Hello, this is Basic Electronics Engineering. The course code is EC201. The contact hour is 3 lecture classes. The total contact hour is 36 hours. The credit point of this subject is 3. Myself, Dr. Indranath Sarkar. I am the Associate Professor in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering of GIS College of Engineering, Kolladi. This course has 4 number of outcomes. We expect the students will be at the end of the course the student will be able to demonstrate PN junction diode, ideal diode, diode models and its circuit analysis, application of diode and special diodes. The student also will be explained how operational amplifiers are modeled and analyzed, and to design operational amplifier circuits to perform operations such as integration, differentiation on electronic signals. The students must analyze the concept of both positive and negative feedback in electronic circuits and its applications. The student must develop the capability to analyze and design simple circuits containing nonlinear elements such as transistors using the concept of load lines, operating points and the incremental analysis. This course is comprised of 6 number of modules. Each module has the number of class limited, that is 5 number of class assigned to module 1 on basic semiconductors, 7 contact hour assigned to module 2 on PN junction diode and its applications. Module 3 has 8 contact hour on bipolar junction transistor. Module 4 has field effect transistor to describe within 6 contact hour. 8 contact hour assigned to module 5 where feedback and operational amplifier will be discussed, and the 2 contact hour assigned to module 6 where the cathode ray oscilloscope will be discussed. This is the prerequisite required for basic electronics engineering. Normally prerequisites are essential to understand a certain course. In this case, as the students are entering after class 12 into BTech courses and the basic electronics engineering is studied in the first year, so here we expect the basic course of electronics engineering progress from the fundamentals of electricity, direct current, devices and circuits, series and parallel circuits, to the study of active and passive components, Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law, as well as Ampere's law. In the modern electronics part of the physics in the 10+2, all these items have been taught. So students should recapitulate these theory as well as mathematical formula before going to opt for basic electronics engineering. So therefore Kirchhoff's law, especially the Kirchhoff's voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law as well as Ampere's law, have plenty of applications in the design part of electronics devices, because basic electronics circuit is normally tells about the component description. That means there are several components exist in basic electronics engineering subject. All these components are defined, its characteristics defined, as well as the combination of such component may produce complex circuitry, and the categories of circuit and its input and output characteristics all have been defined. So basic electronics is an important subject. Here students are going through the description and characteristics of all these components, so that in future whenever they are interested about circuit realization, they shall recall about the characteristics they have studied in basic electronics engineering. And for this subject, the data sheet validation of each of these components are required to be carried out by the student, because some component whatever studied has limited features to be explained within the class, and there are detailed feature exists in the datasheet. If the student is interested to create some model, then student should deal with datasheet, the how to see the datasheet, and how what are the parametric values required to observe from the datasheet will be discussed in the class. So basic electronics engineering is one of the important subject for any engineering domain, because uh, nowadays there are many interdisciplinary projects are going on in which some electronic circuitry exists. So irrelevant of the department, electronic circuit may be applied to many issues. So that is why basic electronics has contribution about the basic characteristics understanding for those components. So students must give full attention about the characteristics as well as description, mathematical equation whenever discussed for each of the components. Now in the course outcome and program outcome mapping, we are seeing that there are 12 number of program outcomes which are mapped to the course outcome statements. So here, as 4 number of course outcome statement exist for basic electronics engineering, they are having different weightages assigned to each of the column of program outcomes. And here 3 depicts the high weightage assigned for a certain mapping, and 2 means the moderate linking, and 1 stands for the least linking. And when there is no link, it is kept vacant with a dash line. Now basic electronics is the foundation engineering subject, as well as it is the basic engineering subject. It has the uses of modern tools regarding the simulation of the circuits, as well as it has long-term relation to the student regarding the implementation of projects. So it's a lifelong learning weightage is very high, as well as various surrounding that is applications in the surrounding environment exist. That is why basic electronics engineering is mostly a foundation subject. That is why at the initial part of the program outcome 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 has a great linkage with basic electronics, as well as program outcome 11 and 12 are also. So if we look at the modern tool uses, as well as the project initiative, as well as the foundation engineering concept, we are getting higher weightage for the basic electronics engineering with those program outcomes. And similarly, if we have some long target, that is after a long duration, we have a target to implement certain circuitry which is useful for the mankind. That type of target may be fulfilled, and that is lifelong learning has a great importance on basic electronics engineering, because we sometimes we have a future target of implementing any circuit or applications for the mankind. So that is why basic electronics are getting higher weightage in that part. The course has objective impart fundamental knowledge to understand the basic of semiconductor and components like diode, transistor, FET, MOSFET, and operational amplifier. It will be it would build mathematical and numerical background for design of electronic circuit and components value. Students equipped with the knowledge and training provided in the course will be able to participate in the design and development and operation in the different area of electronic systems. So therefore basic electronics has a widest domain of application, because it is dealing with the components which are required to implement electronic circuitry. So all the basic components are included regarding its description, input characteristics, output characteristics. So that is why whenever there is a project related work, basic electronics recalled. So that is why it has a long time application for students of any department, because in any department there is a project realization with electronic circuitry. For any domain, it involves uh, the concept of various components of basic electronics. So therefore this subject is truly important for any department. We are discussing bipolar junction transistor under module 3 of basic electronics engineering. Some problems will be solved on transistor configurations here. Now, as we know, the leakage current expression, that is collector current is equal to alpha times emitter current plus leakage current. Because without leakage current we cannot get total current. The existence of leakage current starts from the base region and collector region. When the collector region is reverse biased, at that time there are, suppose if we consider the NPN transistor, then within the P region there are some minority electrons which will be attracted towards the collector region. Similarly, as the base region is applied with positive voltage, therefore the that is base region is positive voltage with respect to emitter, but base region is negative with respect to collector. That is why this negative voltage is attracting the minority holes from the collector region. So those minority holes from the collector region and minority electrons from the base region are crossing the junction, collector base junction, and they are forming the leakage current. Now this leakage current may be termed as ICBO because it is the collector to base leakage current when the input terminal is open, because it is the common base configuration for which. Now IE we know is the summation of the collector current and base current, and the collector current can be written as alpha times of IC plus IB plus ICBO, because we have replaced the emitter current by the summation of collector and base current, and we are getting IC is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha into IB plus ICBO by 1 minus alpha. This equation can be further simplified in terms of beta also as well, because beta is equal to alpha by 1 minus alpha, so we can write IC equal to beta IB, and since beta plus 1 is equal to 1 by 1 minus alpha, so we can write ICBO multiplied by beta plus 1. So that is another representation in terms of beta. Here is a problem shown that if only DC value are considered, then alpha is equal to DC collector current by DC emitter current. At the first sight, it might seem that since there is no current gain, no voltage or power amplification could be possible with this arrangement. However, it may be recalled that output circuit resistance is much higher than the input circuit resistance. So input circuit resistance is smaller and output resistance circuit is higher. That means it is nothing but a current amplifier. There is a basic requirement of current amplifier is satisfied from this transistor arrangement. That is why transistor is a good current amplifier. Therefore, it does give rise to voltage and power gain. So alpha is equal to IC by IE, therefore IC equal to alpha times IE. In other words, alpha IE, part of emitter current, reaches the collector terminal. So here emitter is open, which is applied to the emitter terminal, and ICBO is the leakage current we can find out, because in the equation of common base configuration we know IC is equal to alpha IE plus ICBO. So here if we keep our emitter terminal open, then the equation reduces to IC is equal to ICBO. Therefore, when the input terminal is biased with VEE in the positive direction, then we can get IC equal to alpha IE plus ICBO. So this is the general configuration. Now the problems have come. In the first problem, it is showing that in a common base arrangement, emitter current is equal to 1 milliampere, collector current is equal to 0.95 milliampere. Calculate the value of base current. Solution is using the relation IE equal to IB plus IC, we can write the emitter current equal to 1 milliampere, base current is not known, collector current is 0.95 milliampere, therefore we can get the base current is equal to 0.05 milliampere. So this is the way by which you can solve the currents in transistor. In the second problem, it is showing that in a common base connection, current amplification factor 0.9. If the emitter current is 1 milliampere, determine the value of the base current. So here alpha is equal to 0.9 and IE is equal to 1 milliampere. Therefore, alpha is equal to the ratio of the collector current and emitter current. So collector current is equal to alpha times IE, that is equal to 0.9 multiplied by 1, that is 0.9 milliampere. Therefore, emitter current is equal to base current plus collector current, and that shows that base current is equal to emitter current minus collector current, and that is equal to 0.1 milliampere. So this is the way by which you can solve the currents in transistor. This is another problem. It shows in a common base connection, collector current is equal to 0.95 milliampere and the base current is 0.05 milliampere. Now here is again base current is very small, it is of the order of 50 microampere. For comparison of emitter and collector current, we normally ignore the base current, though here base current is not 20 microampere but it is 0.05 milliampere, means it is 50 microampere. So quite high compared to earlier problems. And find the value of alpha. So as we know, alpha is equal to beta by 1 plus beta. Therefore, emitter current we need to calculate first because the base current and collector current given. Therefore, emitter current is the 1 milliampere. Now, as alpha is equal to IC by IE, that gives 0.95. Therefore, current amplification factor can be easily found out. In a common base connection, the emitter current is 1 milliampere. If the emitter circuit is open, the collector current is 50 microampere. Find the total current, collector current, given that alpha is equal to 0.92. So here the emitter current is 1 milliampere and alpha is 0.92. So therefore ICBO is equal to 50 microampere. Now total collector current IC is equal to alpha IE plus ICBO, that is equal to 0.92 plus 0.05, that is equal to 0.97 milliampere. And in this problem it is telling that in a common base connection, alpha is equal to 0.95, the voltage drop across 2 kilo ohm resistance which is connected in the collector is 2 volt. Find the base current. Now here it shows the required common base connection, the voltage drop across RC, that is 2 kilo ohm, is 2 volt. IC is equal to 2 volt by 2 kilo ohm, that is equal to 1 milliampere. Now here alpha can be written as the ratio of the collector current to the emitter current. Therefore emitter current is equal to IC by alpha, that is 1 by 0.95, that is 1.05 milliampere. Now using the relation emitter current is equal to base current plus collector current, therefore base current is the difference between emitter and collector current, that is 1.05 minus 1 gives us 0.05 milliampere. So therefore this configuration is common base configuration, which shows the base current is equal to 0.05 milliampere. 0.05 milliampere base current is practically quite high compared to 20 microampere base current. So therefore in the active mode, the transistor is working with saturated current for the collector current. Now here the problem shows that for the common base circuit, determine the collector current and collector to base voltage. We have to assume that transistor to be of silicon. So in the silicon transistor, we know the cut-in voltage is 0.7 volt. The emitter resistance is 1.5 kilo ohm. The VW is 8 volt, and the RC is 1.2 kilo ohm. So in this problem we can calculate the VEE from the output equation is equal to 4.87 volt, 87 VEE is equal to IERE plus VBE, and this shows the current IE may be calculated as 4.87 milliampere. So IC is equal to IE, therefore we can ignore the base current here, and therefore the collector current is also 4.87 milliampere. Applying Kirchhoff's voltage law to the collector's side loop, we have VCC is equal to ICRC plus VCB. So therefore VCB is equal to VCC minus ICRC, and that is 12.16 volt. Thank you.